I'm pretty sure this is the most thorough review of a multi-cooker that there has been of all time. I'm just saying. This multi-cooker is amazing. Pasta, pasta, pasta. Do, do, do. Oh my days, that smells so good. It's wonderful. Oh, how good does that look, guys? Oh, lovely. Sauce is super thick. Oh, that is crispy, guys. Oh, that smells so good, y'all. It is 6 months later. Every single star I could find, I was gonna give to this multi-cooker. But, and there is a but. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to This Girl's Insights, where you can find vlogs and sit down conversations about faith and lifestyle. In each of my videos I share my insights, my journey and my life with you. So let's get started. So as a summary, this is basically going to be like a multi-cooker review slash a cooking with onion, where we're just going to be trying a few different recipes to test out the multi-cooker and actually review it properly for different items. I'm apparently meant to be able to steam, stew, slow cook and deep fry in one cooker. So we'll see how this goes, because it's already like 8 p.m. and I don't know if I'm going to be like cooking all night and all that stuff. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to boil up some corn. Now in this video I will be boiling and grilling corn, but I'll be boiling more corn than grilling just because I prefer boiled corn. Like, it just tastes better, sweeter. So I'm just going to put that in there. I should have boiled water beforehand, shouldn't I? Corn doesn't take too long. Boiled corn takes like 6 to 8 minutes to the max. Now there's a minimum and maximum level in here, but I believe that's for oil and not water. I feel like with water you can just put as much as you need or as little as you need, if that makes sense. So that is still not heating up. Before I actually switch on the heating element, what I'm going to do is, people do boiled corn differently, but I am just going to add that salt. I'm going to add in a tiny bit of sugar just because I don't know how sweet this is. So I'm literally going to, this is literally how much sugar I'm going to put in there. Okay, maybe a bit more. Tiny bit of sugar and then a bit of butter. I'm gonna go with the Le Pack. So I just need a spoon. And I'm just gonna switch that onto cooking. In the meantime, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna boil some water. Because the next thing I will be cooking is pasta. And technically I wasn't even meant to be making pasta, but the issue is I've not had dinner and I've got some pasta sauce left over. So we're just gonna quickly interject pasta into this video. Basically, pasta, 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 pasta. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. I could hear this like bubbling from across the room. So okay, that's what I'm talking. Oh my days, that smells so good. Oh, I love boiled corn. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this out. And then we'll think about the next thing. But one second, guys, let me find a dish. Look how yellow this corn is. Wonderful. I'm so excited. It smells so good, guys. So I'm gonna leave this to cool down before I can do a taste test. I should have probably switched this off though. Naughty. Yeah. Oh, how good does that look, guys? Yummy. Okay, so that's off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna empty this out. I'm probably gonna give it another wash because of the butter in there, and then we're gonna cook some pasta. Okay. Now I'm only going to be cooking a small portion of pasta because I'm trying to get through all of this quickly. That's probably too much water. I'm going to switch this on at the wall. Green light is on. And I'm going to put it on cooking. That should bring the boiling water back to a boil, and then I'll stick the pasta back in. Okay, so the pasta water is boiling. I'm just going to pop in some sea salt in there as well. Not too much. I'm just going to be cooking a tiny portion of pasta. There we go. While the pasta is cooking, I'm going to prep the rice, which is what I'm going to be boiling next, because I intended to buy a rice cooker. So I really need this to work for rice. As like the multi-cooker is great, but I really need it to work for rice. Well, this is steaming. Is the window open? Yeah, it's open. But before I start prepping the rice, the sweet corn should have cooled down by now, or the corn on the cob, or whatever y'all want to call it. So I'm just going to try a little one. Okay. There is no way to eat sweet corn and be pretty. It's just not possible. It's stuck in my teeth. One second. But this is really good. And obviously this is cooked. Like, it is perfectly cooked. So the multi-cooker, for the corn on the cob, it's a thumbs up. It did the job. Oh, this is proper steaming. Let me just open this up slightly. Oh. Okay, I was only meant to have a bite and then stop. But that's obviously not happening. Okay. I'm gonna go put this down, mainly eat it, and then prep the rice. That was the business. Okay, so with the rice, I'm going to be cooking a similar portion to the pasta. So this is the same measuring bowl that I use. So I'm just gonna first of all give this a rinse before I have to cook it. That's to get rid of all the extra starch on the rice, and then I'm gonna boil it when the pasta is done. Let's look at it. Okay, it's been on for about 5 minutes, and it's like at the right place it should be. So it seems to be cooking at the same level as a stove cooker so far. Anyways, let's rinse this rice. So I think the pasta should be basically done by now. Oh yeah, that's probably actually a little bit overdone. I got distracted. But that's been about maybe 10-12 minutes. So we had corn on the cob, thumbs up. Pasta, thumbs up. So again, I'm going to clean this out. I'll probably give it a quick rinse and then cook the rice. I am getting a lot of steam up like on my cupboards. I might have to think about positioning. I don't know. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And there you have it, a perfect bowl full of pasta. Okay guys, I'll be honest, I am unsure. So this is the rice that I'm cooking, and I am unsure about like how much water to put in, just because of the shape of this. Like I'm used to like a round pot. I'm starting with hot water, by the way, because I'm trying to save time because I'm cooking so many things tonight. And this is actually the easy stuff. There's actually stewed plant and also fried chicken. So let's see how this goes. So I'm just going to switch this on. And again, I'm just going to put it back onto cooking. So green light means it's not heating up. A tiny bit of sea salt to taste, and then stick the lid on. The pasta is good. It's not too soft. It's like al dente. Oh my days, guys. Why am I such a numpty with multi-cookers? So I have just realized something. You know, I have been using this setting, and when I want to put it on 1, I take the knob all the way here, and then I take the knob all the way here to put it on 3. I've just realized the numbers are on the side, aren't they? These are the numbers, so this is 3. So basically, y'all, the rice is a little bit burnt, because I put it on like, basically between 4 and 5, so like the higher settings. So now I've just taken it back down to braising and slow cooking. I've added a bit more water in there. So hopefully that should be done soon. But you know, you live and you learn. And now you guys know, though I'm pretty sure you already knew, to look at this numbers and not this numbers. Because this is just a chart. These are the numbers. Smart people know that. Smart people do. Okay, y'all, tiredness is starting to kick in, but the rice is done. So as you can see, like, you know, there's a bit of brown from when it burnt earlier on and I had to add more water, but it is perfectly cooked. So yeah, so multi-cooker also cooks rice, pasta, and boils corn. So now we're gonna go on to the roasting. So I'm gonna prep some sweet potato wedges, probably a bit more corn, roasted corn, and then we're gonna see how that goes in the multi-cooker. But first of all, cleaning process. I think that's the one thing I will say. If you're going to use this for dinner and just this, cook like a 1-pot meal so everything can be cooked in here. Or use it to cook something else while you're doing something else on like the stove top. Because this cleaning in and out is starting to be a journey. So I've washed the rice pot, and the reason I'm showing you this is because I just wanted to show you the inside of the pot. Even though the rice got slightly burnt, it literally took like 2 seconds. Okay, not 2 seconds. Like 1 minute to clean. Like it wasn't like I had to fight with it. Everything just came off. It was nice and easy to clean. So now what I'm going to do is, because what I'm going to be doing next is grilling, I'm actually going to switch this on. For grilling, I think I meant to take it all the way up to 5 and then wait for the red light to go out and for the green light to come back on, and then it's ready for me. So let's get the seasoning on. So I've already chopped up my sweet potato wedges. That's already washed. My hands are clean. So just a tiny bit of olive oil, like literally a drizzle. That's probably a bit too much salt, but it's fine. It's sea salt. Some black pepper. I'm going to put in quite a bit of black pepper actually, because I love black pepper. And then a bit of thyme. And then just mix all that together. I have been checking it every so often, and I've kind of been turning the corner in a different direction so it doesn't burn on one side. As you can see, like my fork is going through the wedges, so it is definitely cooking. A part of me is thinking, would it have cooked quicker if I just put it in foil and put it at the bottom? But I didn't want it to burn. and it's better to be safe than sorry. Oh yeah, that's completely cooked. The interesting thing about this is it's not making my room too hot. Like, it's not increasing the temperature of the room. Obviously, I've not cooked anything that, like, smelly yet. But the scent of the food isn't overpowering as well. Let's just turn that outside. Ooh, hot. I should probably use something instead of just my hands. Let's use the tissue in my hands. I realized I didn't peel the skin off this, so this is going to be interesting trying to eat this. But let me just quickly taste this. It's a bit too hot right now. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's really good. Cooks perfectly. Okay, so basically, so far, this multi-cooker hasn't let me down on anything yet. So we have cooked rice, which is boiling technically. Roasted or grilled or whatever this was. Let's check out the corn. That is the question. Ooh. Okay, that's definitely burnt more on one side than another. But it definitely looks roasted for sure. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's pretty well roasted on all the sides. And it looks pretty yellow. So it looks like it's pretty cooked. Oh, and we'll see this one as well. This one is more evenly roasted across. I think I'd probably move this one a bit more. I don't know if y'all can see. Oh, look at the steam coming off that. But this is more evenly roasted. I'm not going to do a test right now because this is boiling. But I'm going to assume this is a success as well. This multi-cooker seems like, and I know like that's the thing, there are a lot of expensive multi-cookers and all that good stuff. But this is like a cheap one from Wilko, and it is seriously doing the job so far. Next, we are going to fry up some mince. Let's do this. What we're going to do is we're going to add in a bit of oil in here. A tiny bit of oil. Nothing crazy. And I'm just going to change the setting to... I'm going to leave it on 4 actually, because technically it should be 5 for frying. But I'm just going to start with 4 because I want to fry up some onions. So here I have got a combination of normal onions, garlic and shallots. So I'm just going to fry up some of this. This is for other recipes as well. So just going to stick some of that in there. And then the main focus for this are the onions. I'm going to saute that for a couple minutes. Then I'm going to add the mince in. I've just mixed the onions and the shallots and the garlic in there with the mince, and I'm just going to keep stirring this as it fries. Success again. As you guys can see, now I'm not going to be adding tomato sauce to this mince because I am basically doing something I do called like a partial food prep. So because I like to cook food fresh, what I tend to do is I cook as much as I can, and then I tend to leave the last couple steps till the day I want to cook it, so that when I come back from work, I'm not cooking from scratch. But it's taking me like 10-15 minutes to do the last few steps. In this case, obviously I have fried up this mince, seasoned it, and then I'm just gonna let this cool down. So take this out, let this cool down, and then when I'm ready, I'm gonna add tomato sauce to it. And I've not decided if it's gonna be like pasta sauce or like lasagna or whatever. But yeah, like literally, and what I found is I actually use less oil than I normally would use like on a frying pan. So I've basically perfectly fried up that mince. This multi-cooker is amazing. Like, review so far, like, has anything gone, like, no, it's cooked everything perfectly. It is literally a multi-cooker, and I am so in love with these right now. Like, it is slightly odd that I would buy 2 multi-cookers at the same time, but the other one is really great for like stir fry and stuff, and I plan to use this for like stews and like soups and like curries and all that good stuff. So on that note, we're gonna move on to the chicken dishes of the evening, because what's left is chicken stew. So I'm gonna kind of slightly boil / grill some chicken, grill some chicken, turn that into a stew, and then I'm gonna make some fried chicken, like American fried chicken, so like with flour and all that stuff, so like the KFC looking chicken. But yeah, let's get this mince off the hob or off the multi-cooker. We're nearly there, guys. I can't believe I have cooked so much food today. I'm pretty sure this is the most thorough review of a multi-cooker that there has been of all time. I'm just saying, I deserve an award. Sweating, tired, but I'm still cooking for you. We are at the chicken now. So what I'm going to be doing first, like I said, I'm going to be doing fried chicken. But then before I do fried chicken, I'm going to be boiling up some chicken and then turn that into a stew. And I'm going to save the rest of this to fry up later on. That smells so good, guys. While the chicken is cooking, I am going to start to prepare the tomato sauce for the stew. And I'm going to say I am loving the size of this multi-cooker because I can leave it out on the counter all the time. And even while I'm cooking, I can move around it, which is usually not the case with my other multi-cooker, which I love, but because it's so big, I usually need to go to my other kitchen table in the corner. I'm also going to add in the rest of this as well. Don't need it for my next recipe. Which is my last recipe, fried chicken. Oh, spoons dropped in there. Oh dear. See, I'm just going to reduce this. Okay, so as you guys can see, the chicken is basically, the sauce is super thick. It looks like the chicken has been sticking to the bottom of the pan in some stages. So like, be mindful of that. But yeah, this is basically done. Okay guys, so we can safely say I am more than impressed by this multi-cooker. Like, I've been able to cook stew. I could cook stew in it. I could cook chicken stew in it. So that for me is impressive. So while that cools down, I have switched the chicken off now and I'm just going to wait for that to cool down. But then while I'm waiting for it to cool down so I can take it into a different container, I am just going to prep this chicken. I don't have buttermilk, so the first thing I'm going to do is make my own buttermilk. You'll notice I put on lipstick to celebrate the fact that we're nearly there. We're prepping for the last, not even meal, cook of the day. I didn't end up eating the pasta for dinner because I've been snacking as I go along, so I'm not even hungry anymore. I have prepped my chicken over here. I have got the multi-cooker over here. You want to make sure when you're using the deep fryer, I like that I'm talking like an expert. I feel like an expert though, like even though I've only had this, like I've only used this once, which is tonight. I've done so many things, I feel like a pro. I say that now, and then we'll see how this goes. It's gonna go well. I really want this fried chicken actually. So you want to make sure this is off. So you don't want to heat it up and then add the oil. You want to make sure it's off. When you're deep frying, you want to use a lot of oil, and there are minimum and maximum levels on this. I am just going to go all the way. I'm going to go as close to the max as I can because I'm trying to fry this up quickly. This is a 2-liter bottle, and a 2-liter bottle basically took me, I don't know if I can actually show you guys. I don't know if you can see it. But then it took me halfway between the minimum and the maximum. I'm going to put the lid back on. And then I'm actually going to switch on the multi-cooker for the oil to preheat. So basically, I'm thinking when this light goes off, it's going to finish preheating. And then I can add in the chicken, which is just here and ready to go. When you're using the deep fryer, it's not actually meant to be on 5, but there's a red dot next to 5 just at the top, and that's where you're meant to be on for deep frying. So what I've done is I've put the deep frying pan together here, and the way I basically did it was pretty simple. Take the handle, pop it in here, and there are 2 holes, and you just pop it in the holes, and you got your thingy majiggy. Hopefully I can fit in all 6 at the same time. Just make sure all of that is properly covered. Slightly do it this way. We're going to fry for about 12 to 15 minutes and then see how we're doing. So I'm just going to put that in. We're nearly there, guys. We are very nearly there. It has been hours in the kitchen, but I think we can safely say this multi-cooker has been safely tested and reviewed. And it is it's 5 stars so far. It is actually 5 stars so far. I wanted to taste the other chicken. Let's see how this goes. Let's see. So I just love that, like it comes straight off the bone. Okay, that is really nice. I'm going to use my hands. I'm going to go clean the bone. Oh my days, guys, we are nearly there. We are very nearly there. I think this has actually been frying for too long now. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh my days. Can you guys see this? Look at that. Can you just see just how extra flaky that skin is? Extra flaky, crispy chicken baked skin thingamajiggy. Oh, I just want to eat that. Wait. Oh, that's it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, that is crispy, guys. That is really crispy. Oh, that smells so good, y'all. That kind of smells like KFC chicken wings. Oh, I can't wait to eat this. Like, this is definitely getting eaten tonight. I don't care what time it is. I'm tasting one of these. Guys, I am finally sitting down. I have literally been in the kitchen for hours. It feels so good to be done. So good to be done. I'm gonna taste this chicken. I have been eating the coating, and it's so good. That is so good. That is amazingly good. Okay, let's see the chicken situation for now. Review of my new multi-cooker from Wilko. It is amazing. Like, literally, just to give you guys a quick summary of all the things we've cooked today. And let me actually turn the camera around so you can see everything. I literally have nothing bad to say about this multi-cooker. Like, I deep fried, I fried, I boiled, I roasted / grilled. I tried, like, I did everything I could think of doing. And I can't think of one thing to say about this multi-cooker, so I guess it's a 5-star from me. Okay, so it is 6 months later, and I am back, I guess, with a final review. You've probably guessed that I have been gearing up to give this multi-cooker all the stars in the world. Like, forget 5 stars, just every single star. Every single star I could find, I was gonna give to this multi-cooker. And I'll be honest, I love this multi-cooker. I loved it when I was making this video. I still love it today, though I don't have it today. 6 months of using it, and I love this multi-cooker. I've used it as a microwave. Like, it basically replaced my microwave for quite a while. It is so versatile. It is my favorite way to make eggs. Like, I love the multi-cooker. But, and there is a but, because after a few months of using it, what then happened was the heating element in the multi-cooker broke. So it tripped my electricity a couple times, and then the heating element broke. And in my mind, I was just going to buy another one, or I was going to use the warranty. Now, when I went to go and use the warranty, that's when I started reading other reviews, and I realized other people that have purchased the multi-cooker had the same issue, where the heating element either stopped working, or it started tripping the electricity, or both. And here's the thing, it's 50-50. So for some people, they're like, no, mine has been perfectly fine and I've had it for a year. For some people, they had it for 2 weeks and then they like were experiencing issues. I had it for longer and I started experiencing issues. So I guess I didn't want to just come on here and be like, oh, this multi-cooker is so amazing, you should definitely get it, and then you get it and you get like a bad batch. This is just like, I guess, full disclosure. Now, I'll be honest, I still love the multi-cooker. I did decide not to use the warranty, and I did decide not to get not to get the same multi-cooker, just because I was like, it makes no sense. If there's a bad batch out there, there's no point in me risking it. But I love the style of the multi-cooker and I would definitely recommend it. And what I might do is I might do an Amazon search or something and try and find a few good multi-cookers that are similar with like the same style with good reviews. And I'll put that in the description box below for you all to check out if you did want to get a multi-cooker like that. But yeah, I guess that's just basically the review. The multi-cooker did do everything it said it could do on the box. Like, I literally cannot think of one thing. I made roast chicken in there. I can't think of one thing I attempted to cook that I could not cook in the multi-cooker. And I would have given it like literally all the stars, 15,000 stars, if not for the fact that there seems to be a bad batch of them out there that is causing people issues. I don't know if those are now not in circulation, but just an FYI. If you all have multi-cookers, I would just love to hear about what type of multi-cooker you have, what your experience has been like. Feel free to recommend, because obviously now I need to buy a replacement. Well, I don't need to. I still have my other multi-cooker and a hob, so I don't actually need to. But then it would be nice if you could recommend any good multi-cookers that you have and that you've been using for a while. I guess I'm also mindful with this multi-cooker, it's a bit of a budget one. Like, you kind of get what you paid for. And I paid for it, and I paid for it on a sale. So I got what I paid for. I can't even, like, if I paid a couple £100 and I was experiencing those issues, yo, my face would be different. My face would be completely different. But then because I know I got it cheap, I'm kind of like, okay, well, at least I got a good few months out of it. And I did really enjoy using it. I just really wish it didn't stop working. That's all I wish. And that's basically it for today. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed cooking with me. And you know, if you haven't subscribed, pretty please, we would love to have you join the family. Because I know you'll be watching the videos, but you ain't be subscribing. Come on though. So you know, subscribe, join the family. I'd love to get to know you. See you in the next video. God bless you. Jesus loves you, and may the Spirit of God be with you. If right now I decide to stop this video, climb it to bed, and take a 2-hour nap, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna disturb me? Like there is an let me not even lie, there's an addictive independence to being single.